Hey there, thank you for checking out this video on the Minelab SDC-2300. This is the first video in a three-part series. Today it's a short video. We're just going to unbox it, look at the basic setup, assembly, and talk about some of the controls. And that'll be it for this first video. So let's get started right now. Well, this is the box the SDC-2300 comes in. Here's the front. And then here's the back. Front flap. Really cool artwork on this. Some accessories. This part right here. I'll show you a graphic of that real quick. You can see that it is assembled for Minelab Electronics Australia under contract, made in Malaysia. All right. There is no factory seal on this box. You can see. We'll go ahead and open it up. And this is what it looks like when you open it up. You got some documents up here in this plastic, and right away I see this little gold vial here, and there is no gold in that vial. We'll have to remedy that. And the machine just lifts up right here and just slides right out, and that is the unit. Absolutely incredible technology and just, genius of design right here. All carbon fiber up here. It's a little heavy when it's held in the hand like this in this configuration, but when it's open, it's balanced pretty good, and it doesn't feel so heavy when it's open and operational. But yeah, that's how it comes out. What else is in the box? Let's take a look. You got the little arm cuff protectors, the foam arm cuff. And that goes around your arm like that, so it's not hard plastic on you. Charging kit for a 12-volt battery, for a car battery, and a pair of headphones with a special connector. It's got a very unique special connector on there, and if you want to run your 1/4-inch headphones, you would have to get an adapter of some kind to do that. But these are a lot like the ML105s, the way they're designed and built and the quality. And this is an upgrade from the original 2300 that I bought several years ago. Came with way different headphones. These are much better headphones than my first SDC 2300 had. So at least the headphones are a good upgrade. It's got a coil cable there, which means it stretches. And then a charger with some different universal international tips. So you could do USA, Asia, and Europe. So those are all in there. And that's it. That's all you get except for the documents up here. And there's just a quick start guide. And boy, that's it. A few different languages over here and a few different languages here. Both of them have English, but they also have other languages. A safety guide, and then some warranty information on this. You would clip this, fill it out, and mail it in, but that's it for unboxing the SDC 2300. Just not a lot to it. And for assembly, there's just not a lot to do. It's more about how to open the unit up and put it in service rather than how to assemble it, because the only assembly required is to put this protective pad on and to plug the headphones in, which you can see right here. You would put this 1/8-inch plug in here, and there's a couple little, there's detents in here and a couple little lugs on here. And when you put it in there, if you get it lined up right, it'll go all the way in, and you turn it to lock it. So now it's locked in there, it won't come out. And then you would just unwind this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an adapter that has this on one end, and then a 1/4-inch, regular 1/4-inch phono jack on the other, so I could run my headphones that I'm more comfortable with, my own Detector Pro or Nugget Busters. There's so many different headphones out there, but the headphones that come with it are not bad. These headphones are not much to complain about as far as these headphones go, but I'm just used to my other ones. And there's a little dongle you can buy that has this on one end and a 1/4-inch on the other. I'll be looking for that so I can run that configuration, but I'll go ahead and take this out real quick. There's that. And to start with, we just lift this up and slide this. This is your part of your arm cuff system here. So we'll just slide it off the back, and then you can take this part now and do this, and you'll see it goes right into that area right down there below. And to get it to lock here, the next thing you would do is lift this handle right here up. And to do that, you just pull right here in the middle, and it'll start sliding. And when it hits here, it locks into that section. And now this part, well, let's do that again because I didn't have it all the way down. You have to have this all the way straight right here, and now it'll lock it in there. So it's locked. And that's the handle. And here's the arm cuff back here. We would just unfold these little wings, slide them out, and now would be a good time to put this on. You just slide this over the wing here. And the same thing on this side. And once you get that on there and it's open, you can push down on it to slide it down. But that's it. And you can see on here, I actually put this on backwards. And the reason I know that is you see these slots right here? If you take this off now and spin it around, you can run this cable now through these slots. And the cable and this would stay on here all the time. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm glad that I made a couple mistakes here putting this together so you can see the possible wrong ways to do it compared to the right. So in a minute, I'll go ahead and thread this through these, but that's how that goes. And the next thing you would do is these little cam locks down here. Just undo them and slide it out. Same thing here. Slide it out. And everybody always wonders about this part right here. How does this unfold? It can only go one way. You can't go up this way. So if you turn it, you'll notice that it only goes one way. And once you get it turned that way, you'll notice now that it don't only turn one way this way too. So it's like almost impossible to do it wrong. It'll go the way it wants to go, and you'll get to know the correct way quickly. But that's it. We're ready to go now. If I want to tighten the tension a little bit on this motion right here, I would use this little thumb screw right here to tighten it a little bit. You don't want to over tighten that, but basically that's the machine ready to go. So we'll take it out in the field and I'll show you how to use it in the field. But before that, here's where the headphones go. And to turn it on, these knobs here, you have to pull them out this way towards you before you can turn them. That's the startup sounds it makes. And after this procedure, the unit will come on and you'll hear the difference. And there it is. And now it's on. So pull towards you and shut it off. Same thing with this. If you want to change the sensitivity, you pull it and change it. And it clicks between each of the settings. So, and then there's a ground balance button here, but we'll talk about all that stuff out in the field. To open the battery, you just lift this little tab up right here and turn this. And it comes right open like this. And you've got this plastic piece here to hold this on. And there's the battery right there. You can charge the battery with the cable that came in the box. Or the battery just comes out and you can replace it with another battery. And you can even put C batteries in here and run it with 4 C batteries inside the detector. Easy breezy. Anyway, there it is, ready to go. And really cool. What a great technology to be able to fold this all up, put it in your backpack, and get on your e-bike and go, or your horse, or your quad, your ATV, side-by-side, whatever you got going on, or just on foot. Great concept. Love it. And we'll take it out.